to stream. Hi, everybody. It's Irate Prostate here, spanking that hatriarchy one asshole at a time. And I'm with Chaos 120 tonight, and this is the first Wednesday night that Irate Prostate will be hosting at Chaos 120. I've joined their family last week, and it's been an awesome thing. And I'm going to introduce everybody now. We've got with us tonight the next 6 minutes. Say hey, buddy.
How's everybody doing tonight?
You are coming through.
All right, and Uzi Q says that there's no audio.
There's no audio.
Somebody said 2 streams are going.
I didn't know you could use Discord to do live streaming.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Yeah, and that's Tara Sen. She's also a main member of the family, and
So Ryder is saying that there's 2 streams.
Is it still waiting for you?
I don't know what that means.
Because you started the second stream by accident.
like it shouldn't have done that.
Well,
All right.
Here, I'll go take a look.
okay.
Is it working now?
Yeah.
Booba, was it a delay?
It just stopped.
Let's see.
Okay. She's saying it stopped.
I think it's working. I think it's working. Okay. When you guys hear our voices, just say well,
It's back.
press 1.
Uh-oh. What happened?
It should be working.
It is.
Okay. We're getting some ones. We're getting some ones. So that is an affirmative.
Okay, killer. All right. What's happening, everybody? All right, we'll start it all over again. Irate Prostate here with the very first edition of Chaos 120 coming from my here channel. Was trying to impress everybody with my badass subbery, and thank you, Tara Sen. I appreciate that. And is she? Where did is Tara? She's with us. All right. Say hi to everybody, Tara. Tara.
Hi, hi.
And
I think that I can hear.
What?
I just clicked on your stream and Discord, and it just sent me to this.
Okay. We're gonna put you in another room. Is that okay, Malevolent Rider?
To be honest,
this is for the stream. There's people in the stream. Thanks.
it's cool.
Okay, and 6. All right. So
Yes.
okay, we've worked out. Apparently, we've worked out all the kinks.
It's always a little rough the first time.
Yeah, that's what she said. And she was right. That's right. She was right. So. I guess we're going to wait for people to show up. We got some word out to the rest of the crew. I've had this set up and ready to go for 45 minutes, and it's like pull the trigger and anyway. So exactly. So 6, you want to start you're the master of ceremonies here, and hopefully. I will try to keep us on path.
Okay, well, being this is the first Irate Prostate's edition of Chaos 120, we'll go over some of the basics here. First of all, we're going to go for our NHL break, and we'll get to that very shortly. Of course, then we go into our chaos news, which is always full of mirth and mayhem and Florida man. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that pretty soon here. Colleen Bernier, of course, is one of our main contributors as far as that goes, and I just want to thank her for all the wonderful stories that she has afforded us tonight, and we will certainly enjoy each and every one of them. On to the NHL break. We'll get this done out of the way very quickly here. A game that is yet to start, of course, is the Calgary Flame. From this group, they are one of the best teams in the West. Yes, that's correct. An expansion team is one of the best teams in the league right now. So that's been quite shocking and really interesting to follow these last several months here. Their game is going to get down and started at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, which is 9:30 Central. A game that is currently in progress and in the third period, of course, is the tilt between the Ottawa Senators and the Chicago Blackhawks. They are currently knotted at 2 with 13:18 left in the third period. The Dallas Stars versus the Anaheim Ducks has just started. There's, of course, 16:06 left in the first period. We'll see how that develops as the show progresses.
Killer. Okay, hockey fans, I hope everybody's satisfied with those results.
And of course, this NHL break was brought to you by the next 6 minutes.
As always. Say hey to Straight Sith Mail out there. How you doing? And Death Hurricane.
And Mr. Sir Adamantine.
Of course, the one and only. Hey, bud.
Okay, let's see. Death Harukin is. Am I not coming in as loud as the other two here?
Yeah, I've tried to rectify that.
Okay, let's see if let me check from my end whether I can tweak that myself.
I can pop you up.
All right.
Get us a check now. Whoops.
Okay, are we good? We good?
Is that better, everybody? Hit 1 for good.
Hit 1 for good. Hit 2 for I sound like shit.
Definitely loud.
Ah, okay. That's good oneage there. Oddly enough, the number 1 is not a prime number. 1488.
I love
it. All right. Okay. Let's see. Well, generally, we say hi, hello, and ask everybody how they're doing, and certainly what they've been up to.
Okay.
I slept all day.
So, were you getting some weather?
No, I was just tired because the pine trees are having sex, so they're giving me the sinus STD of allergies.
Yeah. We're getting very close to that here in Texas, when there's going to be a layer of green dust that's going to be covering most things, and that's not going to be fun. I'm not a big spring guy, so that's going to be a few months of being kind of in a worse mood than I would otherwise be in, because I don't particularly care for taking any histamines, and I don't particularly care for sneezing and feeling like my face is what's the term? Burning. So that's that's my general outlook as far as spring goes. I know a lot of people like spring because it's getting warmer and stuff. I'm not freezing my ass off. I don't have to shovel any more snow. That's okay when you're above the Mason-Dixon line, but yeah, as soon as spring starts, then people who have more of an appreciation for cooler weather. We tend not to like that anyway. So that's me. That's me. So, all right, Prostate, what's going on with you, man?
No, man, I've been having a laid out day today. Made this background, if you can see it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, got a little psychedelic, and thought I'd play around with the colors and the Chaos 120. And had that background with the brain on it. I thought it looked cool. So
yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. But yeah, other than that, hung out in a couple of servers and said hey to some people. I always like to hang out with people. Heard a little bit of the Kumite today, and interesting aftermath of yesterday's stuff on there. So.
Yeah, I heard. I heard a lot of the Andy Worski, Irate Bear, and Ranting Monkey stuff yesterday. That was interesting. That was it started out as a call-in show from what I understand, but then it turned into a debate, not just between Andy and Ranting Monkey, but it became a debate between Sinatra and Ranting Monkey. Then it became a debate between Tonka and Ranting Monkey, and I think there's one other person that ended up debating Ranting Monkey. So it was a lot of different people versus Ranting Monkey yesterday. So that was interesting.
Yes, and Weibo got hosed, so that's for Weibo. Just saying. Got some for our peeps, man. We got to stick up for our peeps.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been just a kind of a laid back day, but getting stuff done. I'm excited. This new schedule I'm on is kind of exciting. It's more like I'm getting into work, and it's got me more in a state of verve. I'm getting really creative, and I really like it. So Chaos 120 has been a huge part of that. So thanks for.
Oh, no problem. It's been a pleasure having you join the team. I always find that it's one of the most wonderful feelings when the creative cogs are turning. That's probably one of the best feelings that I've ever experienced is whenever you get into that real focused creative groove.
Exactly, and that's what I'm really digging right now. It's really good and fun.
Yeah. Let's see. Pox Toxic is asking in Discord what was he invited to do. And Tara, of course, replied streaming, though it doesn't seem he has joined in with us as far as that goes.
You might be scared.
Tara, did you send him a link to come in?
I did.
No.
Okay, well then, Pox, if you want to come in, dude. This we need a quorum, and we're not there yet. Not in my
We're a trio. We are a trio, not quite a quorum.
We're short a couple of guitars and a keyboard.
Mm-hmm. And a tambourine if you're that kind of band.
That's right.
No, I'm vocals, guys.
That's right. So he's got to be the drummer, and I've got to be the bass player.
I'll be the tambourine guy. So I'm probably the least musically inclined person I know.
Well, this is pretend anyway. Look at that. Hey, man.
I'll be the triangle guy.
Scooby, say hey, man. You there?
Audio issues. Scooby,
Yo.
we hear you. Hey, Hal, how you
Hey,
doing?
hold on. Hey.
How you feeling, man?
Good. Thank you, Six. Got good news from the doctor.
Oh, good, man. We're praying for that one.
Scoob.
Hey. Yeah, I'm probably gonna keep it short because I'm probably gonna crash out in a little bit. I got to get up at 5. I just wanted to jump in and tell you really quick. So I spent about 10 hours or so in the ER. Doctor took a look at it, and what it was, it's a rare disorder. My father's cousin had the same thing. It's because of this gigantic ginzo nose I got. It's actually a weird thing. My sinuses, I have an internalized sinus infection. I've apparently had it for years. It's very rare. Because our temperature shot up over 40 degrees over the weekend, it aggravated it. And what it is, it stimulates the sinuses and it pushes it on the frontal lobe. That's why a lot of ginzos, when they do a lot of cocaine, they go insane from it. It's the same problem. Yeah. And what it was, the temperature shot up from about 25 to 65 over the weekend.
Yep.
And it gave me this sinus infection. I was acting like a wild man. And that's when they told me when I went in, they said, if you didn't have the CAT scan, we would never have caught this. And my father's cousin, I believe it was either his cousin Maurizio or Pasquale, one of them, they actually had to go in and cut his forehead open. Yeah, because this is what he had. He was, all of a sudden the same sort of thing, and he tried to, like strangle his wife, and went in and they looked, and it was about the size of a peach pit, this blockage he had in his sinuses, and it was pushing on his, pushing on his brain and making him act nuts. So he tried to strangle his wife, and he tried to shoot at his son. So when they took him in, that's what it was. It was pushing on the front of his brain. Because I was telling Burnside, I said, I don't understand why I was acting like such a lunatic. It's a hereditary condition. It's very rare. It's like a 1 in a million. So I have to go Friday and talk to the doctor. What they're going to have to do, it looks like a turkey baster. They're going to have to stick it up my sinuses.
Oh.
Yeah, and they're going to have to manually drain the sinuses, and I'm going to have to take a special type of antibiotic to keep the infection from returning.
Oh,
dude.
That does not sound fun.
Oh, you guys, are you kidding me? This could have turned into cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Thank God it wasn't a tumor or some shit, man.
Yeah.
So if everybody, you all want to give like a little backstory so everybody like be up to speed. Go ahead, Scoop.
No, I mean like I seen like this asshole on the corner that I knew, and I was driving past and I like rolled down the window and threw shit at him. Like I don't normally do things like that. I was in such a bad mood.
Well, we're glad you're feeling better, and we're glad it's nothing bad, man.
I just, seriously, guys.
Hello?
Condition.
You're probably roboting there. We didn't really hear anything you said.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good. Go for it again.
I was just saying, I'm just glad. I thought it was like genetic. I thought I was turning into another psychotic Sicilian like my half-brother. I'm just glad it was a medical condition.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Listen, really quick, because I'm going to hop off. Six, I owe you a big apology, man. I'm sorry for getting like a fucking wild man over everything with you guys. I don't even remember why I was like such a maniac. But again,
Dude, it's no problem. You weren't yourself. That wasn't you. That was, just going nuclear.
I know. Well, I just want to say this now on the air for the record. Man, you are a rock. Seriously. I wish I had the character you got, man. Because to take something as much of me being a complete, excuse my language, being a complete whiny cunt, and for you to take it in stride like that, my hat is off to you, sir. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, I'd probably be a bitch right now and be whining about it. So you're a good man.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you.
Hey,
you're a good dude too. Don't sell yourself short.
Indeed.
Thing that's going on. I'm just glad I don't got to wind up in a straitjacket.
Yeah, that would. They're not very fashionable.
Yeah, you're telling me. How the hell am I supposed to scratch myself?
Exactly, man.
All right.
No ball scratching for you.
I was more worried about my nose, but all right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Good night, and I'm just glad that everything's okay, and I'm glad you guys are all right.
I'm so glad you
Yeah.
popped by, Scooby. Thank you, man.
Thanks.
Hey, not a
thanks,
problem.
Thanks for giving us the
Love
heads
you,
up, man.
Scoob.
All right, big
I
hug
love you
for
guys
bro.
too.
Bye.
Not a problem. Hey, you guys are, you're more than friends to me. You guys are like family, so I felt obligated to tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, good night, guys.
You get some rest, man.
I will.
Night,
Take care.
Scoob.
Data
Good night. Laters.
Yeah, we've been pretty damn worried since Sunday evening about Scooby. Yeah, we for a long time for a long time we didn't know what was going on. Then slowly we started getting some messages from Scooby that he was having these tests done, and I am overjoyed to know that it's not any more serious than it is. That was kind of scary there for a while.
Yeah. So that's such good news. Such good news.
Yeah.
So
Wow. So Skeptalk says Scooby sounds like he's from New Jersey. Actually, he's from I think he's originally from Queens, but he lives on Long Island now. So yeah, he is a native New Yorker, not from Manhattan, but just want to make that clear, not from Manhattan. Manhattan is that's a place of fantasy. Stuck up elitists and so on and so forth.
killer. So
Stuck up elitists and let's see. Let me queue up the chaos news here. You guys talk amongst yourselves while I get the first story loaded up here. So there's a lot of stories, man.
yeah, Colleen, man, she's like she's a machine.
Yes, she is.
And she's just got an impeccable ability to find good stuff and funny stuff.
She's got it right. She's got it. I can only liken it to a gravitational pull to weird.
She searches the tabloids.
I'm sure she does. Oh, okay. Here's the first one. Okay, brace yourselves, everybody. Toy makers turn to the toilet for poop-inspired toys. Toy makers have gone to the toilet for their latest creations. Mattel, a company best known for its clean-cut Barbie dolls, is set to release a game called Flush and Frenzy that sends a brown plastic poop flying into the air. Rival Hasbro, whose water-squirting game Toilet Trouble was a hit last year, stuck with the potty humor this year and released Don't Step in It, a game where players are blindfolded and have to avoid stepping in poop that's molded out of clay-like substance. Toy analysts and experts say that the potty-related toys are hitting stores now because of the popularity of the poop emoji, which has also made it more acceptable for parents to buy poop toys for their kids. You know, when I was a kid...
It's actually supposed to be chocolate ice cream.
You know, when I was a kid, I always used to love to play with the novelty rubber dog do. That was always fun, and particularly for somebody who wasn't aware of what it actually was. You just leave it places and watch people as they cringe out of repulsion at the sight of this big poo, and hope they didn't take it too hard on the dog. But if you're quick enough to run over there and say, "Hey, I know it's fake poop," you don't have to roll up the newspaper. Let's see. At the New York Toy Fair this weekend, toy makers showed off poo-shaped action figures, squishy toys, and other creatures from the toilet. Yeah, poop is a theme, says Julie Lennett, a toy analyst and market research company in the NPD group. Kids think it's funny. Sticky the Poo is a squishy likeness with eyes, clings to walls and ceilings when thrown. The company behind it, Hog Wild, also sells a rainbow version called Sticky Unicorn Poo. It's Sticky the Plunger is also sold separately.
I'm sorry.
There's poo for collectors too. Flush Force by toy maker Spin Master sells 150 nickel-sized mutant critters that kids can collect. Poopies, meanwhile, makes a tiny squishy makes tiny squishy collectibles with character names such as Poogie, Skidmark, and Dumpling.
Skidmark.
Oh man,
Classic.
Poopies. Yeah, Poopies are aimed at boys aged 7 years old and up, says Ashley Maddie, who created Poopies and works for toy company Basic Fun. But she thinks the appeal will spread. Quote, "We really believe poop is for everyone." Well, it certainly comes out of everyone. And sometimes in twos if you're from Portugal, I guess.
Yes, I know it's going to be in my stocking next Christmas.
Oh, man. Toilet humor. I love it. I love it.
God. Oh. This planet.
Let's see. Yes, it is. But we live in a very strange world.
I love it.
Yep. Okay, we're working on the progress bar. Come on, computer. Do not fail me. Really, the beach ball of death? I don't think so. We're moving on to the next one. We'll come back to that one. Okay. Interesting. We have a story. Woman tries hiding from police by placing washing basket on her head. Oh, this is the laundry room ninja, I guess. A woman was caught by police after she tried to hide from them by placing a washing basket on her head. The Derbyshire police turned up at the woman's home after she failed to attend court and told the officers that she will hand herself in on Monday to the Metro reports. However, in order to try and fool the officers, the woman placed the white basket on her head, but her torso and legs were still poking out underneath. The police took a picture of the disguise and posted it onto Twitter, captioning the snap, "Female located and arrested for failing to appear at court." Oh my gosh. It's all well and good saying, "I'll hand myself in on Monday. You should have turned up last week when you were told to." She even tried to hide when we saw her, but she was far from good at hide and seek. Hashtag off to court. Oh man, yeah. You know how when kids play hide and seek, you always have the wise ass that takes the lampshade off and puts it on his head.
Yep.
This is what this yeah, that's what this picture looks like. Oh man. Oh, this one's a tasty story. Okay, it looks like a corn dog poke leads to criminal charges. Yes, you heard that right.
Corn dog. Ooh.
A man is behind bars after an argument at a gas station leads to a battery charge. This, of course, comes for us from the state of Florida, so this is a Florida man story. Thank you, Gainesville.
Son of a bitch. Oh, fuck, it's in Gainesville too? Great.
TV20's Landon Horror shows us what made these suspects so upset. Friday, just after noon, deputies say Caven McDaniel got angry at a gas station attendant because they would not sell him alcohol. Lauren Letelier, a Marion County Sheriff's Office Public Information Officer, explained they would not sell him beer, and because of his anger, he lashed out and threw whatever he had in his hands, which apparently was hot dogs. And he had a corn dog stick. And he poked her in the face, causing a reddish injury to her eye. Oh, man. Let's see. The man did not flee the scene after his corn dog attack. In fact, he was still there on Friday when deputies arrived, where he was promptly arrested. Well, he stood his ground, did he not?
Does it happen to say which gas station this was?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say. It does say, just because of how this was done, this is called a simple battery, so it's not aggravated in nature. So because of the circumstances of this case, that is what he is charged with. This was
that's a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was also a violation of his probation. Ding, 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 ding,
Oh, well,
ding.
he's going to jail for a few days.
Yeah. Currently, it is battery, touch, or strike, and he violated his probation from Pasco County, which was battery. McDaniels is being held in Marion County Jail with no bond. I am very fond of corn dogs. I love corn dogs, especially with the brown spicy mustard. Oh, man, that's amazing. That's good stuff.
Well, if it's in Marion County, then it has nothing to do with Gainesville.
Well, that's what, they put that on the...
Well, it's a dumbass that did that because Gainesville's in Alachua County, not Marion County. Ocala is in Marion County.
See, this is the advantage of Chaos 120 whenever... geography and, of course, pronunciations and nomenclature. So thank you very much for that, Tara. Okay, if I can get past all these ads, we can get to our next... Okay. Hey, I know some of us are our own worst enemies, but you do have to ask the question, when you argue with yourself, who wins? Especially when beer is involved.
I win.
Okay, this comes to us from Fort Pierce. A man who police say argued with himself and was hitting an electrical pole got busted, according to an arrest affidavit. A Fort Pierce police officer about 11 p.m. February 1st reported seeing a man near a utility pole on the 700 block of North Indian River Drive. The male was hitting an electric pole and began arguing with himself. It wasn't clear what the argument was about. Police say the man, identified as 58-year-old Richard D. Bernardini, okay, had an open can of beer in his hand. Police shined a flashlight on D. Bernardini, who quaffed the remainder of his beverage and hid behind an electrical box. He walked around the electrical box and had nothing in his hands. Police found a 16-ounce natural ice can on the ground. Natty Ice. Natural ice, also known as natty ice, is an alcoholic beverage with 5.9% alcohol by volume, according to naturalite.com. This is the crap that I drank in college, and this is certainly the crap that a lot of people drink in college because it's cheap, and you can find it damn near everywhere. So there you go. It's like the Honda Civic of beers. Let's see. The beverage is sure to jumpstart your story with a signature smooth, refreshing taste and clean finish, the site states. This story, however, did not end with a clean finish. Instead, it concluded with the arrest of D. Bernardini, I got to get better at pronouncing names, of the 100 block North 12th Street in Fort Pierce on a trespassing charge. I guess they didn't cite him for assault and battery on the utility pole. Well, if you're going to get in an argument with yourself about beer, make sure you have the better argument.
Make sure you don't lose.
You only have yourself to blame.
Make sure to wear plenty of underwear because you will get the shits from Natty Ice.
Yes. I do not miss that. I do not miss that at all.
I can't stand the taste of beer.
I lost my taste for really, you know, like really light beer. I can't stand drinking that stuff anymore. If I'm able to see through it, then I generally just kind of, you know, set it aside and ask for something darker. Let's see.
The only cheap beer I drink is usually, you know, Budweiser with a wedge of lime in it, or I'll drink a Corona with a wedge of lime in it. But that's about it. Other than that, give me the good stuff.
I like Corona, but I generally don't do the lime, unless it's like a really good lime, doesn't look all nasty and stuff. Because I don't know, I'm not you know, a germaphobe by any stretch, but you know, dumping the fruit into the bottle and then turning it over and letting it the bubbles disperse the juice and all that, and then you turn it back over. Just I don't know. Doesn't it's not appetizing to me.
But do you put the lime in the coconut?
Shake it all up.
That is my question. And will that give you a D-way? I'm sorry, I had to. Everybody is sick of that meme. I do know that. Okay.
We must find our coconut. Okay. Argentina's sexiest weather girl insures her famous bum for a whopping 72,000 pounds. This is, of course, a mirroru.uk to protect it from all risks. Okay. Saul Perez, 24, will receive a huge payout should anything happen to her most prized asset. Let's see. A weather girl dubbed Argentina's sexiest has insured her famous bum to protect it from all risks. Saul Perez insured her tot derriere for 72,000 GPB, which is 2 million Argentine pesos, after finding a company who was willing to offer a suitable settlement for her most prized asset. The 24-year-old is a huge Latin America media star, is considered the sexiest weather girl in her home country of Argentina. The blonde bombshell appears on TYC Sports Channel and has many social media followers. She does have quite an ample backside, I will say that. Perez Sazi snaps often receive hundreds of thousands of likes and comments, while her weather forecasts are said to be so popular that they make men late for work. Oh my gosh. The model's pert behind usually takes center stage in all images, therefore Perez has decided to insure it against all risks.
Oh my God.
Let's see. The star will receive... What's that?
She better stop with the anal sex.
You're roboting just a tad there. The star will receive a hefty payout should anything happen to it. Perez recently confessed that she has gained over 10 kilograms of body weight thanks to her intense fitness regime. Let's see. The busty presenter said that fitness and weightlifting give her petite frame the best look. I like the culture around fitness and the atmosphere of a gym. It's trendy to post workout pictures at the moment, but I only share what I want others.
We kind of lost you there, 6.
Well, it was recently reported that Perez was paid a whopping £250,000 for 7 performances in the theater show La Isla Encantada, The Enchanted Island, which outraged her co-stars. Yeah, because they brought in a weather girl with a big ass to be in their production.
Well, you know, and weather girls are known for their, you know, their just incredible intellect and
hand-eye coordination
and hand-eye coordination.
Are they right about the weather? Well,
that's the greatest job in the world.
Yeah. Roboting quite severely. Let's see. Ah, here's an interesting one. I think we're heading back to Florida with this one. Load up, you bastard. Load up.
Tara?
Yes, progress bar. Keep
How's
moving.
that?
Beautiful.
That's great. That's great.
It's outstanding.
I had said then she needs to stop having anal sex if she's insuring her ass for that much.
Well, you know, gravity is going to take, you know, its toll at some point. And then she'll have to take some kind of a little red wagon pulled behind her.
Oh, man. Okay, let's see. Well, this one appears to be Spokane. Okay. The Spokane area. Theft. Suspect crashes into passing cars. Oh, this is from Idaho. Okay. Rathdrum, Idaho. A Post Falls man is facing charges for allegedly stealing 40-foot sections of irrigation pipe, then driving down the road with the pipes sticking out of his car sideways and hitting oncoming cars. Why the hell would you... Irrigation pipe. Everybody's got their thing. This guy's...
Oh. Irrigation pipe.
47-year-old Brett K. Anderson Thursday afternoon near the intersection of North Meyer Road and Hayden Avenue. Investigators said Anderson allegedly stole irrigation pipe from a nearby farm field and then was attempting to transport the he was wanting to recycle it for I guess drug money.
Wow.
Anyhow, transport the irrigation pipe to a recycling facility. Anderson attempted to transport the 40-foot pipes by sticking. That's almost as long as Weibo's trap schlong.
Almost. Let's see. By sticking them through the side windows of the silver Chevy Impala
It was driving, which caused the pipes to extend out onto oncoming traffic. Oh my gosh. 3 motorists reported damage to their vehicle.
Dude. For some reason, you are like dropping out like every so often. I don't,
Me or Tara?
You.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that's
it's strange. I think it may be Discord.
yeah, it could be Discord.
Discord hates everybody.
Is that what Chad is saying? That I'm
Are y'all
okay,
able?
Chad.
Is he dropping out any at all? It'll take a second. We're on a slight delay.
One is I need to adjust my settings.
Okay, so he's not falling out. You can hear everything he's saying. You sound good when you are, you know, when the signal's coming in. It may be my end then.
Okay.
No, it's not your end. It's Discord.
Okay.
Okay. Bubonic says you can hear me fine. Colleen contradicts that. 6 drops out so often. I don't know if that's a joke or just a description of the. Okay, he says he drops out. Okay. But Chief Lakota says I sound fine. So I think some people are hearing me just fine, others are not. So I don't know what to do with that exactly. If it was either or, then that would be a much easier fix.
We'll keep rolling and just.
Okay, well, we'll keep rolling, and we'll make the necessary adjustments after. Let's see.
Can you hear me when I talk like this?
Where was I? After being interviewed, Anderson was booked into the Kootenai, County Jail for possession of stolen property and possession of drug paraphernalia. Yep, called it drug paraphernalia. He's trying to sell that metal for some good old drug money. He was also cited for petty theft and reckless driving.
Gotta
What?
The chopsticks in their hair. That's what that looks like. His car looks like it's an anime chick with chopsticks in her hair. That's what you call cultural appropriation.
Where are the gnashing teeth when we need them?
Yep, the gnashing teeth. Well, I got some bad news for those fans of Valentine's Day and chick flicks and romance novels and Hallmark cards and all that kind of stuff. Generally, anybody who's a big fan of relationships and just the concept of romance and the gathering of two individuals to express their affections and their undying love. Naked couple found dead in their car after they turned the engine on to keep warm while having sex.
Oh, wow.
dumb fuckers.
Yep. The bodies of the couple, aged 39 and 44, were found in a car in a garage, and police believe it was an accident.
Yeah, probably the door was shut. You think? Yeah.
Yeah. This is, if you're gonna have sex naked in your car, wait till summer.
Exactly. Or at least leave the windows cracked. See, it's like
on the engine. What's that?
I was going to say, I've experienced carbon monoxide intoxication before, and it makes you feel like you're a little bit drunk, and if you feel like that, you need to go outside immediately.
Yeah.
So what happened? I mean to interrupt.
Okay, the couple found naked and dead in a car are believed to have suffocated after turning on the engine to keep warm while having sex. Which begs the question, was there no other warmer place they could be having sex, or was this more of a fantasy thing? I guess it was a fantasy thing, because I can't really see. I can't see.
Maybe you're trying to relive their high school days?
Maybe.
I guess. The bodies of the 39-year-old man and 44-year-old woman were discovered by police in a locked garage in the city of Bottrop in western Germany's North Rhine-Westphalia state. This is a bad time to not have minding freedom in the chat. So you might have heard of this story. Investigators say the naked couple, whose names have not been released, appeared to have turned the car engine on to get warm, leading to their suffocation. Nobody had noticed the car engine had been left running for hours behind the metal gate of the garage, which is located behind a commercial building. Police opened the garage door because the man's family had reported that he had been missing for days. Meanwhile, officers in the city had also started an investigation into the woman's sudden disappearance. Police said there appeared to be no evidence of a crime, but forensic scientists are working hard to establish exactly what happened. Tests are being carried out to ascertain CO levels in the blood of the couple.
Right.
Wow. The police spokesman said, "At the moment, all evidence points to an accident. To put all doubts to rest, the public prosecutor ordered an autopsy to be performed on the bodies." Damn. That's a rough way to go, man.
It is. And what's really weird is that the people look like they're absolutely still alive and sleeping because they don't turn it that blue shade, you know, because it's, the oxygen is, you know, they're oxygenated, just not enough. It's crazy, kind of weird.
Yeah, and what really gets me about that story is that they didn't find those people for days.
Man.
Wow. Well, that's a word to the wise. If you're going to have sex, do it somewhere warm, and preferably, yeah.
If you're gonna have sex in your car, you know, and you're gonna have the engine on, do it in your driveway.
In an open air area. I know it's you're susceptible to being spied upon, but it's better than being dead. Also, I would, yeah, like I said before, wait till summer,
Exactly.
or at least mid-spring. Okay, speaking of death, it appears as though the original Friday the 13th camp is offering an overnight experience.
Oh, Crystal Lake.
Yeah. If you're a die-hard Friday the 13th fan, this may be a potential dream come true for you. Camp Not Be Bosco. No Be Bosco. Yes, NO-BE-BO-SCO. No Be Bosco. Okay, I guess that's probably an old Indian name that's been kind of stylized with hyphens. Anyhow, an active Boy Scouts camp located in New Jersey is the actual camp that was used in the original Friday the 13th as Camp Crystal Lake. On occasion, the camp offers fans the chance to take tours on actual Friday the 13th, which is in itself pretty cool. However, this April, they're giving fans the chance to camp overnight at the real-life Camp Crystal Lake for the first time ever.
Wow.
The catch is there's a very high demand for an experience such as this. To make the experience of staying the night at the place where the Friday the 13th was filmed even more appealing, Adrian King, one of the stars of the movie, will be on hand at the event. So how does one get the chance to stay overnight at the place of... H-ball is preventing me from scrolling down. Thank you very much. Movieweb.com. You've broken my computer.
If I could, I'd go, but I've actually stayed at a Camp Crystal, so I'm good.
If I went, I would want to be that guy that looks at everybody and goes, "You're all doomed."
Let's see. Okay, it's let me do this here. Okay, stay overnight at the place.
Not having sex.
Yeah, especially if if you're in a car that's in a garage. It's on the campgrounds. Let's see. Jason Voorhees has taken out near countless teenagers with his machete. You have to bid on it. Here's the info on how the process will work, courtesy of the folks at Camp No Be Bosco. In addition to the regular tours, there will be 2 VIP experiences available via a ticket auction. A limited number of VIP guests will take the regular tour and then continue on an overnight experience at the camp with some exclusive morning activities for our special guest. This will truly be a once-in-a-lifetime experience for hardcore F-13 fans. To learn more, please browse to our VIP page and place your bid for a VIP ticket by 11:59 p.m. Eastern on February 27th, 2018. Ticket invitations will be sent to winning bidders after the bidding closes. You will have 24 hours to complete your ticket purchase before the invitation expires and is offered to the next winning bidder. On Friday, April 13th, there will be a morning tour from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for $135. On both Friday, April 13th, and Saturday, April 14th, There will be a afternoon tour from 3 to 10 p.m. for $175 and the VIP experience, which goes from 3 p.m. to 11 a.m. The next day includes, dinner and breakfast. The regular tours will be awarded to interested fans via a lottery given the high demand. In order to relieve the stress of the ticketing process for our fans, we'll be moving to a simple lottery system for these tours. For a chance at a ticket, please browse the tickets page and complete the entry form. Names will be randomly chosen, and the ticket invitations will be sent via email starting on March 5th, 2018. If your name is selected, you'll have 24 hours to complete your ticket, blah, 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 blah. And before the invitation expires and offered to the next randomly chosen name. Those who want to take part in the VIP experience need to be at least 21 years old, since it doesn't look like we're getting a new Friday the 13th movie anytime soon. This could be something great to help hardcore fans fill the void. If you want in, you'd better get in fast, as the available spots will fill up. You can sign up to get tickets at the official Crystal Lake Tours website.
Yes, it's interesting because that game just came out on Steam. And like everybody's playing it, like all the Failure Accomplished and Vamp Candy and my bud Big Fat Brian, trademark. Yeah, it's the big thing. You can play Jason and go, and then the other people have to play the camps to try to the campers to try to survive and stuff. So it looks fun as hell. Because
it's big on Twitch right now.
Yeah, so it's a thing. So that's a cool story to go with it. So thanks, Colleen.
Yeah.
Nice find there.
Let's see. Interesting. A snow shovel fight brings police to West Lebanon parking lot. At least it wasn't their milkshakes bringing all the folks to the yard. Let's see. Woman reportedly fled over a bridge to Vermont. Police are looking for a woman who grabbed a snow shovel and chased a man around the parking lot of the Circle K convenience store before allegedly trying to run him down with her car shortly before noon on Tuesday. Let's see. This is, of course, it's Vermont, so that's West Lebanon, Vermont. That's up in Styx Hexenhammer territory.
Yes.
Lebanon police said the man and the woman apparently knew each other, but hadn't seen each other in years when they happened upon one another outside the doors of the Circle K at 11:30 a.m. Tuesday. I guess they parted on bad terms. Several witnesses inside the store said they heard screaming and yelling and saw the woman grab a snow shovel that belonged to the store from where it was leaning up against the front of the building and began chasing and hitting the man with it before he managed to grab it away from her. At that point, the witnesses said the woman jumped back into her car and drove straight at him before he was able to jump out of the way. And she took off at 100 miles per hour towards Vermont. Although the woman had New Hampshire license plates, police on both sides of the Connecticut River were radioed to be on the lookout for her vehicle. Lebanon police officers at the scene said they believed they had her name and identifying information, and that if they are correct, she is a Lebanon resident. The man who was assaulted ended up being searched and taken into custody at the scene because when officers ran a check on his name, he turned out to have a warrant outstanding for his arrest, police said. Well, surprise, surprise. Imagine my shock. Oh, boy. So, anytime that you see an altercation break out between two old friends in a Circle K parking lot, chances are, they're both dirty and they're probably both going to jail. Oh boy. How you doing, chat?
Yeah, they're talking that Malevolent Rider just said that Suit Yourself is gone from YouTube and Twitter. Just
really
vanished. But they're saying that his stuff's still up on BitChute.
Interesting. Now, Australian law is very Yeah. Oh man. So did he get doxxed?
I don't know, I'm looking.
That's some scary stuff because Australian law is, you know, that's it kind of sucks. It's not as bad as like say Germany or some places in Europe, but they don't look too kindly upon the kind of material that many of us put out there, especially Suit Yourself. Okay, well that's kind of concerning there.
Someone flagged a privated vid of his. He referred to it as an inside job. So
Interesting.
yeah.
So
Man,
YouTube is headhunting?
I'm not sure about that. I think that there's like different camps, man, are starting to go into these discords and shit. And there's like espionage. I mean, this is gay as fuck, okay? It's YouTube, motherfuckers. Get your shit together, okay? It's just fucking YouTube. This isn't the fucking Cold War. You're not the Soviet Union. You know, just get over it, you goddamn idiots. God, that pisses me off. You suit yourself as a good person.
Yes, he's a great person. In fact, he's worked tirelessly to tracking down pedos, which I don't know if one were to gauge the reaction here, maybe he got too close.
Yeah.
To maybe there's some advocates, there's some activists and working for YouTube that want that extra P tacked onto the alphabet salad. Is that what we're getting here?
Man, it wouldn't surprise me. The fucking Heart Progress, you know, those guys like keep popping up. They're like whack-a-mole. You know, they always get their shit back together and then end up in another place on YouTube. They always come back to YouTube, and YouTube just lets them hang until until somebody finally raises enough hell with them, and then they finally have to do something. It's just crazy, man.
So it is. What's the latest on this, chat? Who's got the latest 411 on this?
I said gay. I'm sorry, but did I say gay? I didn't mean to. I meant to say faggy.
You mean it? You mean it as a euphemism for weak, lame, and pathetic.
Shitheadery. Sir Adamantine, I apologize. You're my bud. He's the closest friend I got right here on this here YouTube thing. So
he says faggy, not
set
gay.
me straight. He set me straight.
Yeah.
He set me straight. Got it? Get it? straight. He's informed us of the proper nomenclature. So but
thank you very much.
He said he still has his Twitter. All right. So
okay. Well, hopefully we'll find out what the fuck just happened. This is bullshit.
Indeed, man. Indeed.
Flagging a privated video.
A privated video.
That's bullshit. Fuck's sake. That's what privatization is
no
for.
shit. Exactly.
Nobody can see that but you.
Right. And theoretically, you can put anything up there.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to read the terms of services but I think that it's okay. And I think that they made a huge mistake by taking that one down.
Oh, damn. If this is followed up properly,
yeah,
and properly scrutinized by enough people, if enough people know what just went down here, hopefully the right heads will roll. But that all depends on how things actually fold out. It's these people are, if anything, they're proficient at weaseling their way and sneaking their way out of accountability.
Hiya, Mr. B.
Ah, is he in the chat? Let me grab him. Well,
He's in the voice.
Oh, he's there. Okay, hey man, Burns.
Hey, Burnside.
I don't think he has everything set up yet, or he hasn't figured it out.
Yeah, I had a bit of trouble myself. It asks you to do press to voice or whatever that thing is, but I went and tried that, and then I switched it back to my original setting, and then it was good for after that.
Yeah. For some reason, it acts weird, and then you go out and you come back in, and then it resets itself to adjust to where you don't have to use push to talk. But in some cases, push to talk's better.
Yeah.
For phone type.
Actually,
Yeah, like for me.
Yeah. What were you saying, Six?
I tried getting. So, I tried getting onto this through my laptop, and then it went through all that voice to press or press to voice, whatever.
Right.
And then I tried to get onto it with my desktop, but all that did was disconnect it from my laptop and try to reconnect it on my desktop, which it could not do for some bizarre reason. So I shut off my desktop and I came back and started using this thing and started messing around with the settings, and eventually I got it to work. Oh, Nightcrow's here. So hopefully we get both of these guys. the ROM-fi ain't cooperating.
The ROM-fi.
Oh my gosh!
What was that? That was special.
What was what?
I don't know. Oh, Cryptic. Thank you. Namaste. Namaste. $5.
Awesome. You got a.
I'm going to Disney World.
You got a Streamlabs? Awesome.
Yes. That's what this OBS that I'm running is the beta through Streamlabs combination.
Badass.
It is, man. It's awesome, and the whole deal looks cool.
Okay, did I get this rat bastard to work this time?
The rat bastard is working for you.
The rat bastard is working. Welcome aboard, brother.
I hate the ROM fight here. I really fucking do.
Yeah. Hey, Burnside. I have some excellent news for you, man. Let's do another quick NHL break here. It appears as though your Chicago Blackhawks have defeated the Ottawa Senators 3-2 in the shootout.
Nice.
All right, sweet. Give them big Blackhawks. Make them suffer.
The game between the Calgary Flames and Vegas Golden Knights is underway. They are in the first period with only 10 seconds left to go in the first period. Vegas is currently up 2-1. Let's see. My Dallas Stars are currently down a goal in the second period with 11:10 left to go. Anaheim is currently 1-0 over the Stars, and that kind of sucks. But, of course, that was the NHL break brought to you by the next 6 minutes.
Thanks, Six.
So we're currently reeling from the news that Suit Yourself. What is he's off of YouTube, and what other?
His Twitter is still active. Okay.
Okay, his Twitter is still active. What's happened here, Burnside, is this. He thinks it's an inside job. A video that was privatized. Mind you, this is not something that was unlisted or out there for the public to see. This was a privatized video. Was flagged by YouTube.
That doesn't surprise me.
So we're trying to ascertain the whys, whats, wheres, whens, and hows as far as that goes. Because if they're going to do that to one content creator, holy shit! What does that mean for the rest of us?
I mean, this is just the beginning. They've been doing crap like this for a long time. I mean, even something goofy like this happened to Sylvanas. You know, she got flagged for making an AMV by, you know, a flagging company, because that's apparently a thing now. You know, he probably got the same damn thing, you know. They went, we can make more money by fucking these people than we can by letting them do their thing.
Right, and just to know that this video was privatized, they're up in their ante. They're really digging. And given what we were speculating that it might be somebody who is sympathetic to like the Hearts Prog.
What's your beef? My buddy up in Canada that did the first video I did, he actually wound up getting tossed into Twitter prison and tossed into YouTube prison for a while for just assisting me with making that video.
There is, you know, I hate to say it, but the evidence is stacking up that there is some pro-pedo shit going on here.
All right, I'm going to read. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to read the exchange. It says, sue it yourself. And it says, all right, way over a thumbnail, which was on a private video. So an inside job, no one can view these videos unless they work at YouTube. This video was privated geek. I had 2 strikes, and I set all to private to ride the storm. So yeah, so in other words, they had 2 strikes against him. So he set everything to private, and then it got flagged again for the 3rd. So 3 strikes, you're out. He is fucked. He is done. I get a thumb. I get the thumb is a thing not to their liking, but it's a flippin' joke thumb. And it was done ages ago, so why not ask me to just remove it? Remember, the video was privated, so this is an inside job. And then just what I need is my mom going through this cancer shit, Team YouTube, trusted flagger. My main channel has been terminated, even though I put 99% of it on private. What the fuck? Damn. That's just fucking rough shit there.
That's next level bullshit.
That's 1984.
1984 was on Twitter last night.
Hell yeah. Oh, you figured it out, Nightcrow. Excellent.
Yep.
The Crow of Night is with us.
Yeah, sorry I've been gone for so long. A lot of shit went down.
Welcome to the inaugural Irate Prostate edition of Chaos 120.
Yeah, welcome aboard, man. This is actually it's turned out to be a good broadcast so far. So I'm very happy. So and it's good to have everybody aboard. So welcome.
Greetings. Sorry to interrupt there. I just happened to hop in on this conversation. I definitely have something to say on this.
Okay, Bubonic, we'll give you the stage momentarily.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, I need to set up for this. Like, I've got a lot on this.
Okay.
Oh boy, he's reeling out the mat.
So I'm eagerly anticipating the smackdown that will proceed.
I gotta shoot back. Like I've been on a team that's been working on Heart Progress for about a year now. We started in on them last year about the springtime. That's now Heart Progress. It's been elevated to Heart Progress Foundation. They have really stepped up the game.
A foundation.
The original was heartprogress.com. It was a WordPress website. Actually, is where all this started from.
A foundation that is audacious as fuck.
Yeah, they've been actually part of this whole. Let's see, what else is that? The Breed the White Out. You know what I'm talking about?
They're on about that when they
Breed the Hate Out. Breed the Hate Out. They're part of that. That guy is there. I actually the last video I did, the last like really serious video I did, was roasting with Jack Hand. Like there's a lot of like visuals in there from all the clippings from when we took out their website, Christian pedophile website. What was the other ones? Virtuous pedophiles. They're going all out. I mean, this is really, really stepped up. Hard Progress is that's just scratching the surface here.
Attack of the Pedo Bears.
Yeah, that is just scratching the surface as to how far this goes. As far as YouTube goes, I'm getting ready. I'm working right now and setting up my shit now to start going after them. They've got just video after video. We're talking some of them have like 250,000 views. Video after video of kids taking baths.
Shit.
All over YouTube.
Shit.
Yeah. So far this year, now I just do like narrow hunting. A lot of times I'll look for what's called a portal. And what a portal is what will take you from what we call to me, this is all the kiddie pool. And going from the kiddie pool into the deeper webs, into the deep webs.
The dark web, yeah.
Yeah, then to where you get into the dark webs. And that's what I actually hunt down, are those pools. Last year's pool drew 90,000 accounts. 2 delegates out of the G20 conference, and that was in Germany last year. 2 of those guys were arrested in that sting. About 1,500 admins and uploaders. We're back at that same hunt again. This is getting widespread. This is getting one thing. If you got to really pay attention, that's one thing I really kind of, if I could do shit over again, and like if I could criticize myself on how I present myself on shit, like with that video, if you actually really pay attention to the visuals of that video and you look at what the actual visual report of that is, this has been going on since the 70s. At the very least, Ruth Ginsburg, actually, she used to be, before she was a Supreme Court justice, she was a lawyer for the ACLU, and she wrote a report to Congress in which they wanted to rewrite the U.S. code and remove the age of consent to below 12 and remove the Mann Act. Now, the Mann Act is what the federal crime is for human trafficking. They made her a Supreme Court justice after making these suggestions.
What in the flying?
What the fuck?
I have that report. Like, you can see it in her words on that video. If you watch that video, then just watch the video, and you'll see that. But yeah, this has been going on within Congress. This has been going on within the Supreme Court since at least the 70s. If you look at actually the federal, if you look at federal prosecutions, I've been reporting on in the last few years. I've documented about 1,200 different police officers that have been arrested for child sex crimes. A lot of times they will avoid the actual rape charges against police officers, and they'll go with, like, they travel across state lines, they did this or that. Now, how I'm referring this to the conversation that we're having so far is as far as sorry, I just went through a whole year's worth of shit in my head.
Suit yourself.
Yeah, as far as Suit Yourself goes, he's kind of going through the same thing I do. Now, one thing about, like, with the Morning Word, one point I was trying to make was that, YouTube does not have a problem with ass and tits. There's ass and tits all over YouTube if you know where to find them. If the right people are uploading them, care. I went through 25 episodes of full-grown ass and tits. We did not have a problem until I started reading articles about cops being arrested because, like I said, I've covered 1,200 cops that have been arrested for child sex crimes in America. That's just this decade. This is everywhere, across all kinds of departments, across all kinds. So I think last year we had, like, a state attorney general. We've had, you name it, we've reported on it. That's when I started getting all my shit flagged. And they didn't start flagging me until the very last, I think I got 9. I went through 9 community strikes. Only the last 2 were for nudity. All of them, they were hitting everything that they could hit. They were saying I was doing spam. They said I was subverting. This is where the joke is, where people call me the subverter, is because YouTube literally accused me of subverting the metadata system. And one of the copyright strikes. Yeah.
What?
They've accused me of
mastermind you.
Right,
you
right. You know, that's why everyone's like, "Oh, the subverter," you know. But yeah, and it's not been really about the ass and titties for them because the thing is with that 90% of my show is YouTube videos. So if they're going to flag me for any kind of nudity, it's already on YouTube. My whole show is we wake up in the morning, we have our cup of coffee together, we watch YouTube videos together. How are you going to flag me on a community strike on showing what's on your platform? Right?
Good question.
That doesn't make any sense at all, does it?
I've got 8 of my 9 community strikes are for that, or for stuff like that. Yeah. Even like
already on their platform.
Yeah, the ass and titties comes from when we do we call it milk and cookies now, but we have a parade of it. And even that comes from Google platform stuff for Twitter. And it's never anything like, we'll call it Playboy quality nudity. Okay, is what. But you can find that on YouTube anyway. If you know what you're looking for, and I'm like a really good webster. That's what I do with my teams. I'm not like people like mistake me for what I'm not when they see the company I keep, and that's not what I do. I'm an analyst, not a. I don't even want to say those other things. But yeah, this is a very serious thing. Now I'm betting now that he and I are having the same issue because there was one tweet in which both of us were flagged in where someone started this issue with. And this is one of the things that they're going at, because I've seen every trick under the sun with these fucking pedo fags and with what I've been doing this for years. I mean, for a few years now. I've been doing this. I put a few thousand people in jail. I have seen hundreds of thousands of accounts shut down. So far this year, like I just took in 1 week and I shut down 750 Twitter accounts, and we started working on 400 different web pages to forcibly shut down because admins won't do it.
Good job, thank you for that, man. Thank you for
admins won't do this shit, and this is how I know personally. I know that this is a system doing this. Okay, it's just like with Antifa. Antifa. A lot of people remember the bank that they went and busted in the glass windows and shit like that.
Yeah.
That was the U.S. bank.
Yeah.
Okay, you go back to that video I have the actual the IP address for the donation site to that very same bank for BAM, which is what the organization that Antifa is.
Interesting.
So U.S. Bank has been funding that. Their websiting has been by Amazon. I have those IPs. Okay, this has been Amazon and U.S. Bank behind Antifa. That's why it's allowed to happen. Do you really think you could have this kind of rioting and this kind of fucking bullshit that we have, and it's not controlled? It's not allowed.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, and there's a paper trail that leads back to a Soros funded company. Yeah. Busing the protesters in. Yeah, I saw that on 4chan the other day.
Can I tell you? Like, you guys hear about a sect of Antifa out in California actually allying themselves with Heart Progress?
Yeah. They actually, the thing is the lawyer trail is behind who runs Antifa, and two of the lawyers were together, or one of the founders of BAM.
Driver.
The other one is one of these kind of women's things, lawyers, and she works with NAMBLA. So NAMBLA is actually NAMBLA lawyers are behind the founding of Antifa, and beyond. By any means necessary.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
So, yeah, we've already tracked that. Let me tell you, we've tracked this shit. Me and my boys been tracking this shit. That's just what we do. Like, this has been, you call it my obsession. It makes me sick that this is what my life has fucking become for the last at least 2 years, is just shutting this bullshit down because I can't walk away from it because it's just too big.
Well, I'll tell you.
Like, I hit 100,000 accounts, and it's like, you would think at that point you'd be like, okay, I've done enough. No, at that point I'm like, holy fuck, man.
Right. We're all called to do something, and depending on how attuned we are to listening for that call, we'll pick up, where we need to be. Evidently, you have been well attuned enough to see where you are needed, and I certainly thank you for what you have been doing, because this is something that YouTube admins should be doing.
Yeah. Yeah, right now I'm getting ready to start cataloging, and like, you know, since this whole thing now, the whole thing now has been flagging. We had this thing now. I've never accused anyone of flagging my shit, even though I've been flagged 9 times this year. Okay, I've never like come outright and said who I thought. But you know, we look back in my life and in what I do. Whenever you have this, because this same here, this is an inside deal. Okay, we didn't even, by the 3rd or 4th show in, this was underground. Okay, this was underground where you had to know someone who the show was to even come see the show, to even know where the channel was or that the channel existed.
Right.
And it's still getting flagged. The only problem was this, so it's like one of these legality things where this due process shit. Now, he and I were both flagged or both tagged in the same tweet by the same YouTuber who's been going around fucking on this whole thing. And it actually started when I started reading. Like the one night I brought on a victim of, you know, child sex abuse. And the whole point of the show was like, look, this is the way that you fight that. This is the way you overcome that, is you fight those that do this. And so what we're going to do is we're going to spend the rest of the show. I'm just going to read. I've got these articles I got. These are the fucking worst motherfuckers under the sun. One was like a karate coach and a cop who was taking these girls out on these tournaments out of state and then fucking them in the hotel rooms and shit. The other one was an actual cop who was part of, you know, those investigation teams to sniff out child porn, but they distribute as much child porn as the child pornographers do. The FBI ran 23 child porn websites in the name of shutting down child porn distribution.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, fucked up.
As a matter of fact, when we do reporting, at this point, we bypass the FBI altogether. We will not go to the FBI. What we will do, because most of the time these are international.
Yeah, it's fucking useless.
These are international rings, and what we will do is we can usually track what I can easily describe you as tracking an IP to a hub, a region. And so we will contact the Interpol, and we'll get hold of those different people first, and because all of the Interpol is not a police department. Interpol is the communications device between international police departments.
Right.
And so, you know, you create the noise with them so that when it comes to the FBI, it's not just some, you know, underground, like what they just consider part of the fucking Rebel Alliance, fucking coming at them trying to destroy their system. No, these are fucking other people like, hey, dude, what the fuck, man? Why aren't you moving on this? Because you cannot, they will not move on it. Matter of fact, they had up until recently. Now the Australians shut down. It had like 1 million accounts. I think ours, Elysium, our nail was #2 then. I really consider it #3. There was one in the United States, but they let the guy go because the FBI didn't want to give up. In order to prosecute at the time the biggest child porn distribution and child trafficking network, okay. They would have had to divulge how they were hacking into that system, and so they let the guy go.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Wow.
Okay, within months, we already, okay, on our end, you know, when I call about the rabbit hole, you know, those of us that, you know, just on our end, we had figured it out within, you know, a couple months. So before the prosecution, before they would have even had sentencing, we would have already had everything that they would have been giving up in the trial. That's how flimsy of excuses it is.
Oh man!
Within 2 months, we had that software. Our guys had that. Now I don't say me because, like I said, I'm just a mouthpiece, or not even a mouthpiece. I'm just telling you what I saw, man. You know.
Yeah.
I would say when people want to talk to me, I know hardware pretty well. I know networks pretty well. I can copy pasta pretty well and follow instructions. I don't even like being called a script kiddie because I have so much respect for the people I work with that You know, the ones that I'm the only one out of the guys I know that's allowed to talk on YouTube and use my voice.
Well, you know what, Bubonic, man?
Put it that way. Like, I'm the only one who's willing to even go that far, because the rest of them, nope, 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 nope.
You know, Bubonic, it's you know, children are they're the most marginalized people in our society today. You know, the politicians don't give a fuck about them. They don't vote. Kids can't vote, so they don't care. You know, and half of them are you know, are supposedly pedophiles anyway. I went down the Pizza Hut rabbit hole. I mean, Pizzagate rabbit hole a couple of years ago. Anyway, but I mean, this stuff. I appreciate everything that you do, man, because it's there's nobody standing up for these kids, and you know, it's my motto is if not me, who, and if not now, when.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. That's I kind of tripped up on this accidentally. You know, everyone knows me as a troll. I'm just like kind of, you know, doing whatever. I was actually trying to upload this list of cops onto Facebook, and Facebook gave me very hard pushback on it. I'm not allowed on Facebook now. They've got everything about me locked out, and they have for it's going on 2 years now. This needs to be. That's the reason I was bringing this up, though, is that this was someone inside. This is people within our communities.
Right.
We need to be. I don't mean to get people like stabbing at each other, and I don't want anyone to make any kind of, like I said, I've had 9 community strikes against me that I can't come out and be like, hey, I know you did it, or I even think you did it. One person quit coming around after this first started happening, and that's the only thing that changed. And we're all pretty sure that's who it was, but there's no evidence of that because YouTube won't allow that.
Right.
YouTube doesn't tell you what the actual problem is with the video. They don't tell you who had the problem. You don't have any right to face that.
Right. You don't get your day in the court with your.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I get you.
So, you know, but just seeing that how things have panned out, I'm kind of getting an idea of like I call this is just faggotry, where this faggotry is coming from, and I'm getting kind of sick enough of it that I'm almost ready to call it out, even without evidence, just to get the conversation going. Because people have to know something, okay? And if you're standing by and you know anything about where someone's trying to fucking like step in the way of some hunters, let me tell you, my friends do not take kindly to that. You're just as bad as them.
That's right.
Okay, I will not, like, you know, we talk about the whole joke about me being free-range wild pony. That's something real, folks. Don't let me catch you. You know, those are like the 50 rules of the internet. I have 4,000. Rule number 1 is snitches get stitches. Rule number 2 through 4,000 is don't fuck with kids. Now, I'm pretty easy and laid back about everything else, but you break those 3,999 rules, I'm fucking you up. Fuck rule number 1, fuck all the 50 rules, I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm not, this playtime's over there. And so, you know, if someone's sitting there because they want to feel righteous about backing someone for some, supposes I'm backing their rights, or backing let me tell you something, you're talking about systems here, I don't give a fuck about systems. Okay, me and these hunters, the real hunters, the front lines of this, we don't give a fuck about nationality or where the fuck you hide out from or what the fuck rock you're fucking sitting behind or even what pseudonym. We don't give a fuck. We don't sleep. We got plenty of time on our hands. Now, this needs to be rooted out, and this will be rooted out. Now, I know I'm trying to probably sound like I'm being kind of threatening or badass here, but that's just how we feel about it. Like, and people need to, you either need to, get the fuck out the way and quit complaining about it, or do something. Because let me tell you something, the other side, the pedophile side, the sympathizers, the pedophile side, right now they are much more proactive of what they want than the supposed defenders of children.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Because what we get mostly on our side is a bunch of fucking lip service and feels good. And that's why I'm not a feels good guy. I give a fuck about your feel. Okay, I got to go see horrible fucking shit here in about 2.5 hours for about 3 fucking hours to do my shift. Fucking weeding out the fucking this fucking termite shit.
Are you going to be streaming with some stuff?
Soon. No, soon. Okay. Soon. I won't stream that kind of thing. That's the kind of thing that I'll just make a report and lay it out there. I would rather get the video out to where people can just download the video real quick before it gets struck or whatever the fuck it is, rather than me getting interrupted 5 minutes in. to talking. Just because I've got someone following me around flagging everything I fucking do because they're pretending to be someone's fucking friends. These people are deceitful. These people are cunning.
Give me 1 second. I need to thank Cryptic for a $5 donation through Stream. I mean, and a $10 donation through Streamlabs. Thank you so much. All right.
Thanks, guys.
I want to thank everyone in the chat. I love you all in chat. You know, you're my chat fans. I love you all. I see you're all thanking me, and I appreciate it. Makes me feel as good seeing that. Much as I hate talking about feels good. But yeah, that's the perfunctory duty of what I do.
I'm glad that somebody else was fighting Heart Progress.
Yeah.
When they
who is this am I speaking to?
Yeah, I don't fighting those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's Burnside, a little bit robot-y, but
okay.
Yeah, he's got a story to tell.
I was looking at the chat, not at that thing. I've never spoken to you. Greetings. Good to meet you. Yeah, I got to start this report here soon, man. But yeah, we've been cleaning out Twitter. Now, I don't do the gay side. I feel sorry for those guys because there's a joke. There's a joke within my crew, my guys, my group of friends, that, you know, they just say, oh, so many dicks. Just too many dicks. just too many dicks. And so those guys there, now when people talk about like what's going on with little girls, it's no comparison to how marginalized boys are.
Yeah.
Young boys are. I would imagine that they probably you know, I just call it the gay and straight side or whatever, you know, that probably outnumbers like our side 7-1 as far as their hunters. Every bit of 7-1, and it is every bit of 7 times more egregious and open. And within the gay community, now, you know, I know you're not allowed to just talk about the gay, but they really need to get their shit together. It's almost like talking to Muslims about terrorists, where they just don't want to admit that any of them's a terrorist, and that's not our kind of Muslim. You know, it's the same shit with them. Fact of the matter is, a lot of those same people that are advocating are advocating.
They don't have their house in order, and they're letting themselves be used as a proverbial meat shield by these pedo bears.
Yeah.
You know, they just basically steal the gay flags on and go, okay, you're one of the club, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so, you know, there's some work that they need to do themselves. That's housekeeping there. That's that in-house that they need to do. I'm not going to go in and do it. I'll burn everything down. That's just my policy. It's just cleanse it all with fire. Fuck them all.
I feel you. That's
now check this out. Your job. We got YouTube to shut down. YouTube was willing to shut down Heart Progress's YouTube videos promoting pedophilia, but not shut down the channel for promoting pedophilia. Explain that one.
That's crazy as hell.
It sounds completely ass backwards. Why not just cut out the source? Unless they're associated with it.
Right? Oh, well, I mean, yeah. Yeah,
I know that their digital infrastructure that they have is they have cloud service with DigitalOcean. There are 5 or 6 people that have access to it.
Okay.
That's the furthest my guys have got as far as their infrastructure.
You're going full Ultron there, Burnside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's impressive, actually.
All right. So Adamantine and I are in DMs with Suit right now, trying to see if he'll come on and get on and talk.
Yeah,
about
I would
this.
love to have a conversation with him somewhere. Like him and I would really like to have a side-to-side conversation. I think there's some real things that we could discuss.
Yeah, definitely sometime whenever I have some better connections, I can have an undisrupted conversation with you because it's killing me.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, this is one of those things where you would think that like this is the worst fucking shit on earth. This is really why it's my thing, because I can't think of any other, you know, I'm a big fan of Aaron Schwartz. He's one of the founders of Reddit. He helped write the code that gave us the RSS signal button. You know, I'm talking about the RSS feed to the original subscribe button to subscribe to articles and shit. And he said, you know, what's the most important thing in the world you can be working on? Why aren't you working on it? And this is one of those things that once you get hooked up with, the volume on everything else kind of goes down. But
Yeah.
it's a surprise to me that the kickback, that attention it gets, like from the mainstream. That was one of the first real wake up things to me, was that you couldn't get news people to cover this shit. They will not cover it.
No, like I said, man, it's children are non-persons. You know, they're persona non grata here. They're a commodity. It's disgusting because it's like what you were saying. You know, I read this article about NAMBLA quite a while back, and it said they've got this disgusting saying that 8's too late. Think about that.
Yeah.
You know, they literally fucking joke about this shit. And they flout, you know, they flout people like, you know, like us that actually give a shit, but by getting away with the shit that they get away with, and they're just flipping their fingers at us. You know,
Suit Yourself has joined your Discord.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, Suit, if you can hear me, get in the voice chat. Hold on a second. And
have you here, check this out. Have you ever heard, now people back in the day, and the reason they got away with this was they called this is going to be rough to read. Oh fucking shit. I'm going to like go throw up after this. So have you ever heard of the Homosexual Manifesto? This was first printed in the Gay Community News and then reprinted everywhere. It is in the Library of Congress, on the Congressional Records of the United States Congress. This actually, I'm reading it from, the byline is by Michael Swift, Gay Revolutionary, reprinted from the Congressional Record of the United States Congress.
Okay, now I don't want to single out gay people per se, okay?
No, you just need to hear this.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
First printed in the Gay Community News, February 15th through the 21st. I believe, if memory serves from when I first found out about this, the Gay Community News is an alternative paper from New Orleans. Major city, though. No, Boston, major city. Okay. This is how this thing starts. We shall sodomize your sons, emblems of your feeble masculinity and of your shallow dreams and vulgar lies. We shall seduce them in your schools, in your dormitories, in your gymnasiums, in your locker rooms, in your sports arenas, in your seminaries, in your youth groups, in your movie theater bathrooms, in your army bunkhouses, in your truck stops, in all your mail clubs, and all your houses of Congress. Wherever men are with men together, your sons shall become our minions and do our bidding. They will recast in our image. They will come to crave and adore us. That's the first paragraph, and that's all I'm fucking reading of it. But there's a lot more of that.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I think I've seen that too.
Fucked up.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. And
that's a real thing.
You need to, Aiden Paladin has done a series on how the left and Marxism is connected deep within. These things are all tied together, and she explores that very document at one point. I recommend that highly. But I see Suit has joined the Discord, but I cannot find him. I don't know if he's having a hard time getting in chat or something.
Yeah, he may not have actually joined the channel.
Yourself, Sid.
Like he's in the server, but not the channel.
I'm giving him rolls here. All right. Yep. So yeah, he should be able to do whatever he needs to now.
Yeah, sorry I had to read that on show, but people need to know that. People need to know that this has been in the works for a long time. For a lot of your younger YouTubers, your whole life, you were raised under this lie. You were raised under this. This has been a fucking work in progress.
It's quite startling, you know. I've been hearing about all different kinds of secret societies for the better part of 25 years now. In the late 90s, I used to. This was back when Alex Jones was like in his 20s or early 30s. So I was listening to old Alex Jones talking about these different secret societies, the Bohemian Groves, and so it can be depressing when you think of all this stuff, and certainly how how many halls of the places that we trust are filled with people with these really sick ulterior motives. And
the 1972 Gay Rights Platform created at the National Coalition of Gay Organizations convention held in Chicago in 1972 at the state level. Point number 7: repeal all laws governing the age of sexual consent.
Yeah. And they were talking about that with Ginsburg earlier.
Yeah.
And of course,
same time, Eric. Yeah.
Exactly. She was appointed by Clinton.
So this is certainly
okay. A suit is telling me that that he has joined the Discord, but he's just really just too mad to talk right now.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. I feel you, bro. I feel you.
So I got.
Please look me up sometime. Is he on Twitter still?
Yeah. His Twitter's good. All right. At least that hadn't gotten taken away. So he can tweet and stuff. So yeah, keep up.
Suit. Well, once you've cooled down, you're always welcome back on Chaos 120.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the channel open, and I'm just going to leave this rolling, just in case in the next 20 or 30 minutes, and everybody that needs to go, we can wrap up that part of the show, and then what I'll do is I'll split them, when everything's said and done.
Yeah. So your voice is always welcome on the Chaos 120 group, and certainly we are an open platform for you, Suit, to to tell things from your perspective, and certainly say what you need to say.
Indeed. Well, it took a dark turn, but
I was just about to say, man, I know how to shut down any conversation.
Well,
this happens every time. I'm like, damn it, man. Somebody tell a fucking joke already.
Well, it's an important thing. It's certainly that this is information that needs to be put out there. That needs to be put out there frequently and consistently. Because as soon as people stop hearing, then their minds shut off, and then they go off and do something else, and then they forget about it. Mm-hmm. This is something that nobody needs to forget about. Mm-hmm. This is something that we need. This needs to be out there in the public discourse. This needs to be talked about, and these people get away with what they get away with because we get complacent, we get lazy, we stop talking about it.
That people, it's not only that, it's that people will go so far as to turn their blind eye so they don't have to, folks, you got to grow up and take like that backboning stance sometimes on shit that is uncomfortable.
Right.
Like, trust me, years and years later, I'm still not comfortable with this.
Part of wearing your big boy pants is being able to look at the ugly side of life.
Yeah. There's a reason why we do milk and cookies in the morning, because the rest of the day is just ruined for it just takes like one DM, because I get shit sent to me all the fucking time because I'm an outlet for People know that they can come to me and be like, hey, you know someone who can do something. Like, yeah.
Right.
And so my days just, that's why we do Milk. You know, that's why I won't do any serious news. I won't do drama in the morning. None of that shit. Because I give myself, like, try and give myself 2 or 3 hours where life doesn't look like just a big old fucking bowl of Helios. You know? Yeah. Fucking just yeah.
Do you want to, I guess, start outros and stuff like that?
Yeah, let's go ahead and start at this point. I'm going to go around and we're going to hit everybody that's in the studio at this point, the virtual studio, as it were, and show your yourself, your stuff, and your Twitter and of course your YouTube channel. So we'll start with Cass Warfox. Thanks for showing up, brother.
You can skip me. I literally came here pretty late and have no idea what's going on. So
that's cool. All right.
We'll show yourself out, man.
You're an honest man.
You can still shill, dude. I mean, you know, you're part of the crew.
So, I guess I'll do it anyway. I'm Kaz Warfox. You can find me on YouTube, the same name and channel, same name and picture that I use here. I do politics and gaming stuff. If you're ever into that, so if you're into that shit, yeah, go ahead and subscribe if you can handle my furry personality. That is.
Okay, I'm not familiar with Spirit 111. Anybody want to help me with the introduction?
Hey, Nightcrow.
Somebody, Nightcrow.
Burnside's roommate. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much on here I'm Spirit War, or more known as Nightcrow, but you can find me on Twitter. I mainly do a lot of farming and gardening stuff and honor complex stuff, you know, just motivational speeches and whatnot, I guess. Just overall jack of all trades going on there. But that is Alexander Montoya, or yeah, it's Spirit Up 101. That's 3 1s. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thanks, man. Tara?
You go.
Tara.
Harley, dear, are you there?
Oh, I couldn't hear anything.
Oh.
I'm Tara Sin. You can find me on IMVU, YouTube, and Twitter, and I am starting up my own very small business to, you know, try and make ends meet while I'm fighting for disability, of making tote bags, holiday wreaths, and possibly costumes. That all depends on people.
All right.
Thanks. And Burnside?
Alright, I am the Burnside Film Project. You can find me on YouTube, BitChute, and Gab AI. I'm on Twitter as Burns Moms. And we'll hopefully have some more stuff coming in within the week now that I'm not dying from terrorism or whatever the fuck slipped into my fucking suit.
We caught very little of that.
That was easy for you to say. Easy, hard for us to hear though. Burnside, try to anyway, never mind. We barely got any of that.
I'll try to repeat some of that.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Okay, if you want to find his YouTube channel, it's going to be, you look for Frank Rizzo and Burnside. It'll take you right to his YouTube channel. He's of course on Twitter. He's on BitChute. Let's see. He's writing. he's cursing the ROM-fi. Anyhow,
as in Rahm Emanuel.
Yeah, the infamous gangster mayor of Chicago. So, yeah, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, I am the next 6 minutes. If you want to find my primary channel, you have to actually write out the word 6 as opposed to the character 6. So that's how you do that. I am also the runner of the Next Live Streams channel. That's my live streams channel, of course. You will be hearing from me tomorrow because I am the host of Chaos 120. So go ahead and tune into my Next Live Streams channel to find that. Let's see. I have a tea time stream coming up this weekend. It's going to be about the NHL trade deadline. So any hockey fans that would like to talk about hockey and the NHL trade deadline, hit me up. That's going to be our subject for this coming tea time stream, which will be on Sunday afternoon. Haven't decided exactly when that's going to be, but it should be in the early afternoon Eastern time.
All right. Is that it?
Let's see. Voice of Burnside. So he's on BitChute, Gab AI, and YouTube.
Hell yeah. All right. And I am Irate Prostate. See, tomorrow we've got the call-in at 3 o'clock Central, which is 4 o'clock Eastern and 1 o'clock Pacific time with Big Fat Brian. We're going to be comparing and contrasting the two films, The Ritual and The Temple, both available on Netflix, and the Netflix series Altered Carbon. So, yeah, that's very fun. Friday night, of course, the Cream Stream from 10 till midnight Central. That's, of course, 11 till 1 on the Eastern Coast and 8 to 10 on the Pacific Coast. And Saturday, of course, drinks with friends with Sir Adamantine. And then we go around on Sunday for sloppy seconds occasionally. So, and that's it. Just check the page. I'll try to get everybody's information on here in the next couple of days. But it's been a pleasure hosting the Chaos 120 boys and girls. So, thanks everybody. And at this point, I'm gonna stay open for a little bit in case Suits changes his mind. It seems like on the last DM I got from him on Twitter, he says he's joined my Discord, but it's vague as to whether he's going to show or not. So, and that's okay, you know. I'm just going to keep it open for him. Mm-hmm. But and on that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something kind of weird and fancy. I'm going to fade us out and then fade us back in, just like this.
Okay. Before you do that, I just wanted to make mention that if you're looking for Burnside on Twitter, he is Burnside_bums. Most other places, he is the Burnside Film Project, all one word.
Ah, excellent, excellent. Okay, and now I'm going to fade it out again for good for a little bit, and I'll do a full minute and then open it back up and take a mini break here.
Okay.
All right.